Well, as you can probably see, it looks a lot more regular with the with the. Hang on, let's go to spot colouring with the standard frills in it compared to that. Yeah, so anyway, let's go back to general focus. I suppose I'm just going to put it over here. Turn the chair around a bit. Oh, there we go. Get some more light on it. I think I've been having problems with losing light and things like that. So I'm probably going to have to do spot colouring, aren't I? So yeah, get back to spot colouring. Okay, so today we got our manganese sulphate, which has got that slight pink look to it, a bit like with the cobalt sort of thing. That also has a slight pink to it. Okay, so we'll see how we go and get our standard 1 cubic centimetre spoon. Okay. Might be a prize in it for anyone who can actually guess the size of that other spoon. With reasonable accuracy, sort of thing, and the relationship between this spoon and that spoon, sort of thing, in a fraction, sort of thing, as a fraction, I suppose. Anyway, so basically, just beat this around like that because we're going to beat it again and again and again. We just want to see if it reacts. You know, if it's going to react a bit like the copper sulphate is. It going to go lumpy? You know. So these have both been primed. They've been 12 flushed. Poly in there, both been primed. So we'll just put in our manganese sulphate. So is this going to have, noxious gases coming off it too? Is it going to form sulfuric acid to a certain extent? As we said, we only need 1 cubic centimetre of 70% nitric acid to really apparently upset things. Make it too acidic for the organism to grow, but it also could be a combination of noxious gases as well. So anyway, I'll see how we going. Well, so far no reaction like the copper. So the copper definitely seems to be react with the nitrogen, certain nitrogen moieties. So, and I assume cobalt will do the same. So maybe we're going to have to eventually do cobalt. Unfortunately, I've only got cobalt chloride, and we've already worked out that the organism doesn't like salt. But 1 cubic centimetre of a chloride isn't going to hurt it too much. I don't think in 2.4 litres. But then again, 1 cubic centimetre of 70% nitric acid is acidic enough because it's a strong acid. It totally dissociates to apparently have an effect. So. And we've also learnt something else now too. It looks like maybe the magic 8 degrees was the fact that the organism just can't grow, or it grows so slowly at that speed. That's why CP start to look good as the nights get cold. Then suddenly you get to the magic 8 degrees and they start to look ratty again for 6 weeks to 2 months or something, until the temperature starts to come back up again. But anyway, so I'm going to take this one here and pour it in and then label it, of course. I don't have to label it at the moment because the difference between the two polys, of course. Oh, better make sure we're in the screen in case there's some sort of reaction. We suddenly see the organism pink or something, slightly or something more pink, and we think, it's definitely manganese or something. Okay, we'll see. Oh, I suppose we'll see. Pour it in. Getting pretty skilled at this. So I put this skill on my resume. It was an egg yolk. It just took us 16 million years to find out, but we found out. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing the Beatles, fellas. That's what you should do, fellas. All you need is you paraphrase it into different genres. Star Wars. All you need is Yoda. Things like that. That will start you off. Do all the Star Wars ones. Yeah. And then the really smart ones can try and run it back the other way. You can run Crocodile Dundee into Star Wars back into Beatles songs, you know, that's not a lightsaber. So that's Crocodile Dundee run back into Star Wars, but can you then run that back in and find a song from the Beatles that you can actually fit some in there? You see, that's the other way. It sort of makes your mind very agile and facile sort of thing, so you might want to try that. Just use the Beatles songs and also ABBA songs. Beatles and ABBA songs, they're basically, and probably one other group that you want to do, and take all their songs. Basically the songs you can always remember the words to. You can always remember the words to an ABBA song. You can always remember the words, well, the Beatles songs are a little bit harder to remember the words to than ABBA songs. You can always remember all the words to the ABBA songs. So what is the difference between ABBA songs and Beatles songs? Is it because the Beatles songs have more smarts in them? And they have specialist smarts in them? Yeah, anyway, we'll see how we go. And we'll see what happens to this. And then I'll do, and next one I'll do manganese, no, boy. Oh shit, I've done the wrong thing. I've done the wrong thing, fellas. Oh, bugger. Okay, this is manganese sulfate and I wanted to do zinc sulfate and zinc oxide. Oh, well, I've got a manganese sulfate here. Now this should go to manganese dioxide, so I suppose we've got ourselves a sort of why did I do manganese sulfate? I was wanting to go and do zinc sulfate. Oh well, I've got to make up another one of these now with the prules, unfortunately. Oh well, we'll see how we go. I suppose I could do, well, we've already done a manganese dioxide one, so, oh well, this fits in with the, I suppose it'd be more scientific if I have two bottles, you know, with the prules, both got prules in it, so there's no difference between the poly. So I suppose it is more scientific that way, more controlled. Anyway, I'll see how that goes, and I'm sorry I buggered it up. Why didn't you say something, fellas? I was gasping about all the bloody Beatles and ABBA song. You didn't say a word. Oh, wait, hang on. Didn't you say you were doing zinc sulfate and zinc oxide? That's manganese sulfate. You can tell the difference. It's slightly pink. Really, the pink. Okay. Oh well, we'll see how we go. But about a minute and a half on this clip, so. I suppose we're going to put it right next door to the manganese dioxide one. So we'll move over the other manganese one over there, and we'll put this one in here, and label it and fill it up and fiddle around with it like we do, you know, and we'll see how we go, and maybe we even measure the pH, I don't know, but we'll see how we go. But that's about it. Well, as I was trying to say, are we still on spot coloring? Yes, we are. The reason I wanted to do the zinc is zinc is one of the difference between zinc and other salts in the transition element table is they're usually about 10 times more soluble. In other words, they can be flushed out more easily, they can move around the environment more easily, they can accumulate to 10 times more before they start sorting out, things like that. So, you know, they can also move around inside the plant more easily because they're 10 times more soluble, blah blah blah. That could be why you have this effect that it slowly degrades over time and the plants seem to come back. And so the manganese takes the zinc away, but it's so soluble that they can move it around inside inside themselves and take it back slowly from the manganese dioxide. Anyway, that's just the hypothesis based on some evidence and knowledge. Okay, over and out. See ya.